I accept all my recent trouble because of Dakota Johnson. Jamie Dornan pours his heart out on TV. BBC broadcasts Inside the Actor's Chair Live, where the world's biggest actors are invited to share, not about the characters they play, but about who they really are. The studio is warm and wooden, the lights are soft, the audience sits quietly in the darkness below. In the center, under the light, is a prominent black leather chair. On it, Jamie Dornan, the man who is synonymous with the role of Christian Grey, but now facing the most difficult role of his life, himself. The host, Charles Wright, opens slowly. Jamie, thank you for being here today, especially in these difficult times. I want to get straight to the question that the whole of Britain, and the world, is concerned about. What have the last few days been like for you? Jamie bows his head slightly, fingers intertwined. His face is more haggard than ever before in the media. There was no glamour, no coldness of Grey on screen. Just Jamie, a father, a man, a human being suffering. He looked up, looked straight at Charles, then at the audience and the camera. No paperwork, no script. I'll say this once, clear and honest. I accept all the trouble I've been through. All of it, because of Dakota Johnson. A soft "oh" came from some corners of the room. MC Charles was slightly startled. But Jamie had started, and no one could stop the flow of emotion. 2. The media storm. 3 weeks before the show, the entertainment world was rocked by leaked photos of Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson, strolling hand in hand in the Sussex countryside, dining at a small Italian restaurant in Edinburgh, then disappearing together into a cabin in the Scottish Highlands. The news exploded like a bomb. Jamie Dornan secretly dated Dakota Johnson while separated from his wife. Dakota, the third person or the fateful love. The Dornan family broke up because of the ghost of 50 Shades. Paparazzi, media, bloggers, fan pages, all had their own stories. And Jamie, instead of speaking out to deny it, instead of releasing a statement through a representative, kept quiet. Until tonight. Point 3, Jamie speaks out. When that news came out, Jamie began, looking far away. People thought I was trying to cover it up, that I was at fault. Maybe they were right, but my biggest mistake wasn't going with Dakota, it was keeping quiet for so long about what I really felt. The MC asked softly, "So what do you feel?" Jamie swallowed. His voice trailed off. "I feel like I've been living 2 lives for years. One as a husband and a father. Another life, not public, but emotional, with Dakota." The audience fell silent. Charles raised an eyebrow. "You admit, you have feelings for Dakota Johnson?" Jamie nodded. Very slowly, but very surely. "I can't deny it anymore. I've had feelings for her since 2013 when we first cast 50 Shades of Grey. At that time, it was just a connection between 2 actors. But it grew, beyond the screen." Point 4. The silent years. Jamie said that after the series ended, both of them returned to their own lives. Dakota had independent film projects, while he started a family with Amelia Warner, his partner who had been his safe haven after his loss. But his feelings for Dakota did not disappear. "It just sleeps. I thought time would erase it. But no, every time I see Dakota again at events, even if it's just a few seconds of eye contact, I feel a part of me awaken. A part that I tried to bury for fear of hurting the people I love." Point 5. Dakota, the one in the middle of the storm. When the MC asked about Dakota, Jamie hesitated, as if afraid the whole world would hear. Dakota is a strong person, but she is not a punching bag for the media. She endured a lot, just because she was the woman who had a hot scene with me. Every time there was a scandal, people only asked, How did Dakota seduce other men? No one asked. Is Dakota tired? I said I accepted all the recent troubles, because I didn't want her to suffer alone anymore. Point 6. Broken family? Charles asked carefully. So how does this affect your family, your wife, Amelia? Jamie nodded, then looked down at the floor. More than I thought. And that's what hurts me the most. Amelia and I split up amicably, before all the news broke. But the press didn't care. They painted Amelia as the victim, Dakota as the destroyer. They forgot that emotions aren't always to blame. Amelia is a wonderful woman. She didn't deserve to be dragged into a war she didn't choose. And I apologize to her for not speaking up sooner. An unnamed relationship. MC raised his eyebrows. So, are you and Dakota now? Jamie smiled lightly, but her eyes were sad. We're not lovers. We're finding ourselves. I don't want to start a relationship from the rubble of public opinion. I want, if anything, to come from freedom, no strings attached, no pressure. Point 8. Audience reactions. Immediately after the broadcast, social media exploded. Hashtags #Jamie speaks out and #in defense of Dakota topped global trends. Fans were divided into 3 factions. Faction 1 admired Jamie for daring to speak the truth, calling him a brave man in a fake showbiz. Faction 2 criticized him for betraying his family, untimely feelings. Faction 3 simply missed Christian and Anna, and glad they could truly love each other. Dakota Johnson, silent, no status, no comment. But the next morning, she appeared at Heathrow Airport, wearing a grey hoodie, her face bare, holding a copy of Eric Fromm's The Art of Loving. A reporter asked, "Did you hear what Jamie said last night?" Dakota just smiled slightly, and replied softly, "I always listen to Jamie, even when H is quiet."